Welcome back everyone, Huey for part 3 of NWN Kingmaker. And let's load up our game here. So we've got Kingmaker Recording 2. And we'll go over a quick recap once we've loaded in. I hope everyone's enjoying the series so far. Let's hit pause and let's have a quick look at our journal. Buying time. Elias's Aunt Sarah is the landowner's guildmaster. A cave on her property has been overrun by goblins from the masked man's forces, and I have been asked to destroy them and bring them back to Chieftain's Head. Doing so will not only buy me a vote in the election, but Sarah can also stall the election until I have enough votes to win. Alright. So, that's the next thing we need to do, but before we do that, let's load up our spell book. Yeah. So I haven't done that yet. So we've got no bonus spell there. Let's go second level. Oh, got all these other ones. Okay, so let's go summon creature 2. That'll come in handy. Bull strength will come in handy. And Awesome Elf's acid arrow. Any extra cantrips? No. So second level Melf's Milf. Full strength and summon creature. Okay. Well, let's have a bit of a... Oh, we can't rest here. Alright, let's hit the map key and see where we can go. Well, we're going to have to sell some of these items, so... The Mage's Tower, that's behind us. It's Yenna. Let's have a chat. This beautiful young woman is surrounded by an aura of power and mystique. You recognise her as the spellcaster on the ramparts who brought your dispute with the masked man to its premature conclusion. She arches an eyebrow as you approach.
So, the hero I thought I had killed has finally come to Yenna for a visit. You have a rather ordinary countenance, but something about you draws the eye. I find you rather fascinating. What is your purpose here? I imagine you come about the election, or maybe for some magic items? Better yet, maybe you have come just for the conversation.
What would you like to talk about? Why don't we take a little time to get to know each other better? I have a few questions for you. I took some time to do some research about you. It seems to me that you enjoy traveling with what could generously be called a group of misfits.
You think that were misfits? Ha! You've never seen the lad in action then? You want to talk about misfits?
Ah, Valerie Calabast. I sense the tragic tale in your soul. But what else could drive a noble Azer from his home? Who are you calling a misfit, lady? Why, oh, sorry. I choked on the chicken foot there. All better now. What was I saying? Gentle, good trip. I mean no harm with my words. I think yours is a very interesting group. There is a common link that binds you, a thread of great suffering each of you have faced. But you are the mystery, Earaldur. In the group of misfits, it would seem you are the misfit. Just because I look normal doesn't mean I am.
I don't think you're normal, far from it. I delved into the mystery of who you are, and I've divined something very interesting. Would you like to know what I've found?
Is it good news?
I would say that depends on your point of view, doesn't it? I feel it is always good to gain knowledge.
How did you research us?
I use my spells to divine some of it. Call on other outworldly sources to ask some questions. That sort of thing. Excuse me, I've got a wisdom tooth that's giving me trouble. It really did lead to some interesting answers. Want to know?
Yes, please tell me.
Before I tell you, I would like to ask you a question. What is your early childhood memory?
I was a slave as a child. My only memory is the touch of a whip.
Yes, that must have been a difficult time for you, after your parents were killed. Strange that you don't remember them dying right before your eyes. My source believe that you will remember such a tragic moment, and though I am bound not to reveal who it is, I have good reason to believe she knows what she is talking about.
She?
Yenna winks. Why, did I let that little detail slip? How very careless of me. I am magically bound in such a way I cannot reveal who she is or what. Why? Apparently I cannot even say that. It doesn't matter. If you pay attention, you'll figure it all out. For someone as remarkable as her, these little traces of their activities as they move around. That is how I discovered, I guess, as much as I can say about that. I would recommend you speak to Garrett at the Silver Lily. Tell him I sent you. I'm sure he'll be more helpful than I can be.
Tell me more.
There is one thing I can tell you, though, because it is based on something my own magic revealed. This conversation was about misfits. Well, you are also a misfit. You have the blood of some other race. I cannot be specific, but I know that you have some kind of outsider blood in your ancestry. You appear to be of elven blood, but appearances are often deceiving. Now, that is all I can tell you about the subject. What else shall we discuss?
I want to see your wares.
Alright, so let's sell a lot of this crap. There's this heavy crossbow +1. Yeah, get rid of that. Buy. Get rid of all of this. No. Short bow. Short sword. No. Lightning. Club. That. And let's get some money together. Now, how much was that battle robe I saw? I can't afford it. Damn it. Light, adventurer's robe. Ooh, that's expensive. Intellect, these are all very expensive. Can't afford jack shit here. What about a ring of cliff? No, can't even afford that. Oh well.
Goodbye.
I hope you found that informative. I did not even know about this Garrett, but I will bet he has some interesting information to give you.
You hadn't even noticed your weapon's voice slip into your mind.
I wish you would have confided more in me. Ah well, we will talk again after you have spoken to him.
Whatever. Come, let us go.
Oh, I already moved. Okay.
Trip is always ready to speak to you, fearless leader.
Oh, never mind. I just needed to sort out a little...
Wait! Trip has something to tell you, but you move so quickly, never letting Trip have time to breathe.
Quit complaining, Trip.
Maybe the master has a flea in his loincloth, so that's why he's such a short-tempered today.
What do you want?
These are funny-looking things. Do you not think so, Master?
Where did you get those braces?
Yenna, the pretty-smelling woman. She gave them to Trip. Very nice of her, yes.
Give them to me.
Why is it every time Trip finds something, it goes to the Master? I could get very bitter about such things, if I was that kind of person.
Just give me the braces.
Trip sulks.
Yes, Master. Trip is sure that you will know what best to do with them. I'm just a stupid servant.
Good score. What did I get? Ooh, let's have a look. Oh, can't identify it. I'm gonna go back to her and see if she's stupid enough to identify him.
Every time I see you, I find myself wondering if I am fascinated more by the aura of danger that surrounds you, or by your flashing eyes, like a beautiful snake coiled to strike.
You have no idea.
What can I do to help you today? Is there something you wish to discuss?
I need you to identify this, item I acquired.
Alright, so let's identify that for 75 gold. Limited functionality. Vulnerability, fire damage. Alright, don't need that. Gives us a nice armor bonus, but... Ooh, let's sell it back to her!
Here you go, you stupid wench.
Alright. That might be Adventurer's Road. Mage's Battle Road. What does that get us? Some spell resistance. What about this one, Adventurer's Road? This one's soak fire damage. Cloak. Let's go for the... Ooh. This is a dexterity. Let's go for the braces of armor. I'll get them. Nice. And, let's see. Robe of Light, no. Nymph Cloak? No. Oh, damn, I should have grabbed that. Oh well. Too late now. Boots of Striding. Really need that. Did improve our armor class though, which is good. Might grab the Mage's Battle Road. Yep. Let's grab that. Good. That shall do. Very cool. Let's get rid of this helmet actually. I really don't like it. I'll sell that later. Just for now, let's get going. Alright, we got a temple, Spectre's Mansion, Haunted Mansion, still a little... What's this? Haunted Mansion. Anyway, I did say to go, I think it was to the Silver Lily.
This part of the city makes Trip feel uncomfortable. Too clean, too rich.
Shut up.
Ah, Garrett Fist.
That man is more nervous than Trip. What is his problem?
The innkeeper of the Silver Lily walks around the room with a smooth gait, nervously twitching whenever there is a sudden or strange sound. Greetings, Earaldur. I am honoured that you have chosen to visit the Silver Lily. I am Garrett Fist, the proprietor. How may I be of assistance? Don't know how he knew my name, but
Yenna told me to come and speak with you.
he jerks his head around nervously to make certain that none of his other guests can overhear. Then he leans in and whispers conspiratorially. He wants me to tell you about it? I guess you have a right to know, if anybody does. But take care. This information has cost one person her life already. Several years ago, the keep was hit with a storm of the likes not seen in over a century. While the storm raged, a carriage came up to the keep and demanded an entrance. A dark and frightening footman opened the carriage, and a beautiful and elegantly dressed lady stepped out and came into my inn.
Did she frighten you also?
On the contrary, when one betrothed her... I'll start that again. On the contrary, when one beheld her all cares were cast away. When one beheld her, all cares were cast away, and troubles became entirely insignificant. They meant to put a comma in there, but anyway. Her face was enchanting. It drew every eye and held it. She moved with such elegant grace, it was like watching a cat strut across the room, like she owned everything. She paid for my most expensive room and told me she would be staying for at least a week. When she retired for the night, the only subject of conversation was the mysterious beauty. But she never gave me a name. She asked me to call her simply Milady. I thought it was odd, but who was I to argue with such beauty? And such gold. She was rich and willing to share.
Hurry up and get to the important part.
Patience, I'll get there. The lady stayed in her room for several days, and the storm raged on the entire time. She would order food from the maid that I provided her. I know the serving girl was receiving gold from the lady, but over the course of several days, the girl began to become skittish. I asked her what was wrong, but every time she went to speak, the words stuck in her throat.
Like with Yenna.
Exactly. I became concerned, so I found a way to eavesdrop on the lady's room from the attic. At first I could hear chanting and mumbling, but then I noticed it was just a repetition of a single phrase. She was saying, come north, follow the rumours, come north. Hear me, Earaldur, follow the masked man, come to your new home. Earaldur, that's why you kept pressing us to chase down the masked man, even though we tried to argue with you. I'd never heard your name, so all I knew was that this woman was using magic to call someone.
You must be making this up.
Why would I do such a thing? I've nothing against you and nothing to gain from such a lie. The lady left shortly thereafter. I neither saw nor heard from her ever again, but I believe she must have returned or sent someone here. About a month later, the maid was down in the market square gossiping about the lady, when suddenly she went pale, stopped speaking and walked away. Her corpse was found in a back alley, mangled and partially eaten. I wondered if there was a connection, so I went to Yenna, for she is the most powerful person in the keep.
Why do you think it was connected?
It was the look on my maid's face. It was the same look that she'd had when she'd worked for the lady. My instincts are sharp when it comes to observing people, and I know it's related.
And something happened to silence Yenna?
Obviously, Yenna contacted me and told me not to tell anyone else, unless she sent them to me. I suspect there is someone living in the keep who knows this lady.
Why didn't you tell the banner?
What could he do? I was every bit as capable as him, and Yenna was much stronger than us both.
Did you tell anyone else?
Never. I would tell no one, for even if they believe me, what could anyone else do? Yenna is very powerful. I knew she would grasp the connection better than anyone else.
Thank you for the information.
I suspect that you shall discover more as you get to know the residents of the keep, but whatever this person is, be very careful. She obviously has some kind of power over your mind. Good luck, Earaldur. I hope you can overcome your adversaries and live a long life.
So that is how she was so confident you would come. I guess that explains things. What questions do you have for me?
Who is she? I still cannot reveal that, though you're getting close to the truth. I do not believe it should be long now before much is revealed. I will tell you that she is related to you. Do not ask anything more than that. I should not even have said that, but I want you to trust me. How much power does she have over me?
Not as much as she'd like. We are both her tools, but she is yet to have free will. But we still have free will. I will do my best to keep you alive, even if it comes to a point where she decides I should not. She has her agenda, and I have my own too. You were always my favorite, after all. Oh, I wish I could explain more, but I really cannot. Not yet. Why is she... Excuse me. Why is she doing all of this? Power, survival, and some degree of love. Strange, twisted love, granted. But we cannot all be perfect. Love? She loves her own life, and I think she holds some love for me, and I even think she loves you in her own way. She's been plotting this for some time, and you have always been an instrument in her success. She cannot help but love you, at least a little. I suppose we should get going. Good idea. You're getting closer all the time. Alright, so we've learned a little bit there. So let's, oh, it's stuck again. Oh dear.
And how can Calabast be of assistance now?
Never mind, I'm just fixing a little problem.
Okay, so local guard, commoner, Haunted Mansion, South Keep. Alright, well, let's go seek out this Elias. Is that her? Commoner, no. Oh, maybe actually we should Temple of the Nine Gods. Alright, gonna need some healing potions, so let's quickly grab some of those. Don't need to speak to worshippers.
Trip should make that offering at the Veragok shrine. Or maybe just a prayer. It's cheaper that way.
Will you shut up?
Buy some healing potions if I can. Oh, that's that Dinchal dude. Alright, let's talk to him then.
So, young Dylan claims you are a hero, but young men often make snap judgments without the benefit of the wisdom of age to guide them. Unless I am wrong, and I am rarely wrong, you are a dabbler in the arcane arts. Being a priest of Pharos, god of war, lord of battles, and the supreme judge, I welcome you as a potential ally. When we met earlier, I was still distracted by the death of my old friend, the Banner. I would love to discuss religion with you. Or are you here about the election?
Let's discuss those things another time. Where can I get healing?
I would be pleased to offer you my services, and merely ask a small donation to the temple. 20 gold will cure all of your woes.
Oh, never mind.
Very well. Anything else?
No, thank you. Oh, wait. Do you sell supplies?
Speak to Raphael. He runs the temple store. Anything else?
No, thank you.
May the 9 gods protect and inspire you.
You there.
Well met.
An arrogant elf or half-elf stands running a coin through his fingers, then flipping it in the air and catching it as it spins.
147.
147 what?
This coin has the face of an ancient emperor on one side and a fig leaf on the other. I have tossed it in the air 147 times, and each time it has landed with the face up. But enough of that. How can Raphael, son of Gildarfa and follower of the Kalahi, assist you today? Perhaps you are here to visit the wonders of faith that I sell for a mere fraction of their cost?
Yes, let me see your merchandise.
Right, so, going to need some of this stuff. How much is it? Cure critical? Antidote. I think critical's the best I can buy. Oh, let's sell that. Cure serious? Yeah, let's go cure critical. So I'm gonna need a few of these. So let's spend pretty much everything. Put it there. Okay. Alright, so we're supplied up now. Silly shrines. Let's get out of here. And I'm gonna have to think about heading out of here. So, mana. I think, what was that first one we had to do? Let's check the journal. So buying time. So we must have to head towards the only exit, which is, as far as I know, over here. No, it's this way.
Blast it, Calabas! Your flaming head makes it very tricky for Trip to avoid unwanted attention.
You really think that a giant were-rat would be ignored by my head if it wasn't on fire?
It's called blending, dwarf. Trip is short compared to everyone else, so if I just hunch my shoulders a bit and keep my head down, people overlook me in the crowd.
An Azer is not the same as a dwarf. Boy, whatever pity I ever felt for you is shortly being used up. Why don't you go and gnaw on the bone?
Where is this bone? Does it have flesh on it? Wait, you're tricking. You're tricking, Trip. The bone I should gnaw on is your leg.
Stop it, both of you. That little carrion eater had better stay away from my legs. I don't need any filthy diseases.
Trip would chew on your head, but the meat would be too cooked for my taste.
Enough! Just keep the filthy creature away from me.
Sorry, Master. Trip will try to do better for you.
Alright. Let's quickly head out. So, I think we might leave it there. We are going to have to talk to that Elias in the next episode. So that's the end of part 3. Please join us for episode 4. I hope you enjoyed that. Consider giving us a subscribe and a like if you did. But for now, take it easy everyone, and bye bye!